just what I thought. This ground should be able to get work some.
I also own a farm.
Here we go. You're now watching the 2024 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. Me and Yanko are headed down to Cobblesco. We got to meet a trucker on the highway. Yeah, so we will go pick up what we got coming, and yeah, we'll get right into our day. Appreciate you guys watching along.
We acquired the goods. So Louis Lipton and the boys out of Connecticut got me some seed for my seeding. I always used to have them hook me up, and I said, hey, you got a driver coming out here? Because they run multiple loads out to Lutz every week. He said, yeah. So really appreciate it. We got a lot of things to put together today, and getting rocks picked and things like that. We got some big ones. So last year we actually picked these up in an auction. Not heavy grade, but at the end of the day, they're gonna work for what we're gonna try to do with it. I gotta wrap up some welds on the bottom that I needed to do, and we got new hydraulic lines for it, so they're gonna run all the way up into the back remote to hopefully make our life nice. But let me wrap up the welds and then we'll run the lines. Since the bucket is now on, we wrapped up some welds, made sure everything was secured. We actually modified these brackets and so on to fit on here. Kind of some afterthought stuff, but 2 hydraulic lines. I got the small little ones here that would go to like a quick attach function on the front of a skid steer or so on. This had skid steer plates on it. Yeah, we're gonna run them from here up. We gotta make it easy enough that it will move and everything down to the back to what is 2 remotes on this. Probably run it on the second function. I was making sure previously, so run it up through. It's more of a hassle taking the bucket on and off then, but at the end of the day, hopefully we'll use this for a day or 2 and then we'll be done. We will need the forks. Our fertilizer is in for liquid. Planter's not ready yet for liquid. We're still waiting on stuff, but we can go pick up bulk and get spreading once the ground dries out. So probably tomorrow afternoon we'll get our first load of bulk, and we'll grab a spreader. So kind of some of the things that we've been waiting on. But I appreciate Kelly at Tri-Valley hooking it up, making it happen for me. Yeah, second year utilizing him, and from here on out probably utilize him for all of it because of how good he treats me. So was looking at price difference and stuff like that, and because of the other company, there's 3 different options really in the area, but I guess one doesn't come to the area, but even though it does, because I know the guy that spreads for him. Both the guys that spread for him. Well, we'll see how it goes. we're gonna go move some rocks off of a place that we got to do a seeding. So what Lipton hooked us up with was grass seed. And like I said previously, I used to buy all my seeds from them. Really good people. They've helped me out over the years. I've helped them out over the years, stuff like that. And I said, Louis, what do you got for nothing special? I said something, some Timothy, clover, fescue. And so we got King's Agri-Seed Lowland hay. And let's see exactly what it is. So it's got Cora Tall Fescue, Comtall Timothy, Red Rock Clover, Burlette Tall Fescue, another fescue, another fescue. Yeah, I really liked fescue with clover for feeding dairy cows. Up over there, we're gonna do more of dry hay with it, but we still got the options of chopping on it. So we got like 4 acres to actually seed down. I'd like to hit it with fertilizer, to be honest, before we disc it, but I'm gonna go up there and we're gonna grab, there's 2 rocks in the field out of it. So this ground is primarily grass, and it actually came back fairly well. This upper field had some mix to it. We'll get out, check it out, but got 1 rock in. I believe there's 1 more along the edge here. So we put corn in up front because of timing last year. It's getting seeded down, and then everything over here will be grass. So I'll get out and we'll check the quality of some of this. Within the next 2 weeks, we got to get rolling as far as into grass. We're gonna bale dry hay everything for the first cutting, and then chop a little bit of the falling, and then just keep dry hay. Stuff won't be too bad. It's not amazing quality of anything over here. On paper it needs a lot of work, so we're working on that. But last year we used mostly for bedding hay, came out of a bunch of this. We still got some bedding bales. But this stuff down below, that's newer stuff. And I think it's got some fescue and clover in it. So that's doing okay. It needs a shot of fertilizer. A little yellow, a little short. Right, bud? Yeah, working on it. So my property line abuts up to it. You just got to go around the corner to get to it, though. But let me find that other rock, and then we'll be good up here. So this will all get a little bit of fertilizer either tomorrow afternoon, and then disc, and then we can seed it down. Disc and probably roller basketed. There's definitely another rock over here. I just don't know where it is. Found it. I knew there was 2. Big enough I wouldn't want to pick it up. So we got 2 in there. Drive down to the end, just see if there's any more, and dump them off at the end of the road. Actually, I might bring them back with me. Jenna, Aaron's wife, and one of her friends, they're supposed to do my garden up as far as in front of my house, and they asked if I had any rocks to build a wall around it instead of where we were at. So this might actually work. These might actually work. They're about the right size. They look good. I don't think there's any more in here, from what I can remember. I'm dreading how wet the fields are right now, so I'm just out here picking some rocks. Probably shouldn't get stuck. There's some sinkholes and wet spots in there. But yeah, I just confirmed with the supplier for all the fertilizer planter parts, and they said, oh, we haven't shipped that, we're waiting on it. I ordered that 6 days ago. So they're like, we're waiting on the pump and the strainer, so we haven't shipped the full order. Makes you wonder, like, So now they're sending it, some from one location and some from another location. Why didn't you do that 6 days ago? There's some rocks up on the knoll that we pulled up. Just gonna grab those. And then we got one out front, I believe. And we will be good on rock picking. We really don't have rocky ground here. We'll go up to the other farm. And probably leave this up there. We can start picking up there, but a lot of it will plant around. So we gotta get the tender trailer ready, and it should be ready to rock and roll. Just air it up and check over things. And then see what else we get into today, because I'm really waiting on the parts for the planter to wrap this all up. So that kind of bothers me, to be honest. I did wait because I was waiting for income to come in. See how that kind of works? Trucking is allowing us to do what we need to do. Yeah, I'll put your hands right here. Let's see. Oh, missed that. Just go. In there. It's not in though. Now it's in. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get that second one without dropping the first one. We'll give it a go. Well, we're close. Amateur hour here. Wish I had a film crew that could get out and get you all the angles, but if I got any more up here. I don't think I do. Just little ones, and we're not picking little ones, so we'll drive up a little bit. I was trying to write them all down as I found them, but there's another one. We'll dump these out and come back and grab that one. So I think we're gonna get everything moved up to the other farm north. The ground here is heavier and it's gonna stay wetter longer, so it's gonna be the last stuff we get wrapped up into. But I gotta get myself prepared. So 4640 has to come off the planter. We'll get it folded up and out of the way, and hopefully we get that stuff by Friday if they send everything out today. Some of this is self-inflicted, some of it just feels like it's all fighting me, but 4640 is going on the fertilizer spreader. Mac's got to go on the tender trailer, and I really haven't figured out my full thing. So where I'm at, there is another set of discs that I have to go get that will line up much better, but it does mean we have to go get them.
this afternoon, this evening, we'll go grab them if we get caught up and I can switch trailers and I pull the tender trailer out. But I don't know yet. So I'm gonna go up the road. We're gonna pick the rest of the rocks. Then we're gonna go check that ground up there and see exactly what we got going on. If we're gonna be able to run tomorrow early or if it's gonna be later. So I'm hoping because of that ground not being as good ground as far as the ledge rock stuff, as far as having organic matter and a lot of soil, it will dry out a lot quicker. The wind's been good, but it's highs of like 60 and lows in the 40s, so it's not like we got extreme heat coming on. So I got one big rock I know of, and I gotta see if there's a few more that came up. This first field, I don't remember. We should be okay, but I think it was just up in this corner. Yeah. It's gotta not rain for a little bit. I see a rock right there. Probably should grab that one. Got all the rocks picked up. Yeah, anything that of good size, really. We skip any of the small stuff. But I do have a tree that's up that fell through the fence, and it's been like that since last year. I was gonna go up top and mess around, but I know that field's gonna be pretty wet, so we'll do that later date. But let's go check how that other ground is and if we should start moving stuff up there to be in a good place. Just what I thought. This ground should be able to get work some. We'll do anywhere where I didn't chisel plow, because where I chisel plowed, one pass it will be done. But we got to work this up a little bit more with the disc. So we'll do a pass and then we'll spread fertilizer on it. But this ground, one pass with the disc and it's working up pretty good. I haven't decided if we're going to hit it again with the disc or if we're just going to roller basket it once we get fertilizer on. I kind of want to get rolling baskets over here and see. So here's where I'm at. I actually have a 21-foot set of discs that we got to go pick up from a gentleman who watches the channel locally, good friends with a bunch of people. I got to get them. I don't know if I'm going to have time to get them. I'd like to get them this afternoon. We got to build a hitch for the rolling baskets, but they are 21-foot Rock Flex Kraus discs. Pretty much what I used to pull, except for they're the updated style, cylinders on each axles, everything else like that. They should work very well for what we're trying to do. And then the rolling baskets are 24 foot, so they overhang on either side. Makes a hell of a seed bed with one pass. I don't want to run those discs because they're in better shape than these ones in this ledge rock, and that is kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. Well, as you see, we're just dragging the discs across ledge rock, trying to get it all worked, weed control down, and build some sort of seed bed. It is what it is. That's why we did not rebuild these discs this year. If I had a no-till planter on this ground like this, I would probably spray it off and plant into it, but we're working towards that. Most of this ground next year will get switched over into soybeans, so we gotta get in our rotation. Cruising through some acres, so I think on paper that's 20 acres, but that counts the headland. Plus however many we did over there. We're gonna go up to the other stuff. Still undecided. Half of me thinks if I just hit this with the rolling baskets, after we put fertilizer on, I'll have enough seed coverage to keep nitrogen down in the soil. I'm not really sure. And I don't want to treat seed, or treat nitrogen, enriched nitrogen, I guess it would be. Yeah. For next year, we got to do some more, but I'm not putting as much nitrogen on as I think the plant needs. Broadcasting it, I think we're going to come back and top dress. That is kind of what I'm thinking. If it rains all the time, nitrogen leaches away. So we might need doing something similar to last year, but we'll see. Alrighty, just keep moving. Ah, there's one to pick. Yeah, we'll just avoid that one. Oh, there's another one. Need 2 hands. Pick it up, pick it up. There we go. We got 2 over here. Write those down, guys. Hey, remember that. Well, we got ourselves a ride home, so I'm gonna go home and get the 27 just to see where we're at. 27, probably put the baskets on it, get it over here. Yeah. So Jenna, Aaron's wife, came over and got us. Well, she's headed to Cobleskill anyways, so I said, come find me. And then I'll have to get somebody to give me a ride for the pickup truck so that everything can stay over here. Oh, it's working good. I'm not sure how this is gonna like pulling the rolling baskets, but we're gonna see. They're catching up a little bit on the grass, not that much. They're looking good though. What's up, boys? So rolling baskets are out here in the grass. We gotta figure out long-term better way so we're not driving all over the grass that we're hopefully gonna cut at some point. I don't know who drove through the grass right there because that wasn't us. Makes me wonder. So with fertilizer coming tomorrow, I want to get it worked in. I do not think we're going to have time to get the discs that these are going to get pulled behind. So what we are going to do is pull it with this and we can pick rocks at the same time. So kind of what I was thinking. Gonna have a good day. Plumbed it in right away and it was going the right way. I gotta look if the jack, yeah, the jack's, oh, it's sitting sideways. We should be okay. Let me see though. There's a deer over there. The calves are messing with Yanko. Oh yeah, we're good there. Okay, we'll get Yanko and we'll head back over to that field. Had 2 decent rocks in them, so we got those out. And then, yeah, got the sledgehammer. We got a pry bar. You ready to go? We're gonna see how this works out. I loved planting into a seed bed that was done with rolling baskets. These ones are not perfect. They need a little bit of work on some things, but nothing too crazy. Some of the baskets have some worn pieces, but honestly, they were in great shape, and I missed not running them last year. I think we would have had better seed contact and more consistent. So it makes a hell of a good seed bed. Okay, we're gonna disc a little bit more, and then I'm gonna run these and see how I like them. I haven't made up my whole mind about what we're doing or how we're doing it. Kind of winging it, but either way, that tractor had to come over here. We got some big rocks to. That tractor had to come over. We got some big rocks to move out of the way. And yeah. It's not that quick of a tractor. I don't know. It should run 19, but I don't think it does. The air just bouncing around, getting everything worked up. Me and Isaiah were just talking. I'm hoping my thinking's right on some of this. I took some so nitrogen, which is a main thing to feed any plant that grows, out of the up front. So we're putting in furrow starter to give the plant a better start. And then my plan is to actually come back mid-growing season and put some nitrogen back on it. With the amount of rain that we're having, leaching out nitrogen really, it concerns me. So if I put all the nitrogen up front and then we lose 3/4 of it, it's scary. Well, a quarter, let's say a quarter of it, that's still scary. But my plan, and we talked about this because Tigers did too, taking a hammering, which I knew they would because of the rocks over here. So next year we will not run a disc over here. Maybe a high-speed disc or something like that, vertical tillage tool, but not a set of discs. But them guys, I almost went chopping today, and I'm glad I didn't, as far as with Isaiah and Aaron. They battled mud and stuck trucks. They hooked the dump cart on, and they were dumping loads that way. So me with street tires would not have been good, but they're running a long distance, and they could have dumped into me with the dump cart. But they wrapped that up, and they're moving closer to the farm, so they don't need me. But everybody is on go mode. There's so much going on in the whole community as far as farming. So if we did not get that rain the other day, we got as much as what they were saying, the half inch, we'd be in a much better spot. But an inch of rain put people back, but there's a lot to do, like a lot. So we'll get some more wrapped up. I think they got pizza down at their place, so probably grab that. And then tomorrow's gonna be a busy day. We got to shuffle things around. We got to go get fertilizer. We got to get the spreader. Yeah, it's all coming together.
Okay, Jenna's back. They got pizza. I'm going for pizza. They look good. Tomorrow's gonna be a busy day.